And here we are with a Christmas-themed episode. With me tonight is...
Ho ho ho. Die Hard is the best Christmas movie and I will fight you.
See, I thought you were going to say Jack the Ripper because we have the Raiden costume.
No, that'd be too trite.
You get the Raiden costume from completing a certain number of training simulations. You don't have to do like I did and get
all of them.
Gold on all the
I forget
quests, thankfully. You do have to get it on some, but it's not very hard to get.
Yeah.
And we will be moving the plot forward in this episode, with one of the more memorable missions in the game.
Yes.
And this is the last kind of normal mission in which you complete the mission, then you go back to the normal overworld, because the next one is the start of the endgame missions, and you're pretty much locked into the conclusion from there. So obviously, that's if you're pretty good, the final sequence of missions, and the ending of the present day plot, that'll take you a couple hours, I think, probably.
Yeah.
It took me about maybe 2.5 to 3 hours, just because I wanted to do the bonus objectives.
Yeah.
And we've got pigeons to interact with.
Yes.
I never noticed the really googly orange eyes on those pigeons. They're googly, I believe, is the appropriate adjective.
Can't say I did either, so there's that.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Although, you know what I still haven't done? Recorded the part of the finale that went badly the first time I recorded it. It's like a mission and a half worth of stuff that messed up on the recording, so I still need to get around to doing that. But, you know, I'll get around to it soon. We're pretty close.
Yeah.
Although we still need to get the armor of Brutus, which is going to be in the next video, I think. And that's not a spoiler because we've seen the armor of Brutus, we just couldn't get to it.
Right.
We had to deal with some ancient Roman locking mechanism, which apparently very complicated.
Smarly, just get a bunch of keys and then just stick them in there. They hid all the keys. And there's no locksmith at all.
They didn't want anyone to... No, and they can't get explosives or anything. That would be ridiculous. Oh, and here's an area of the map we have not been to in a very long time. Il Vaticano. That's because there really is no reason to go here in the main game until it's fairly late in it. Maybe because of these guys.
Yeah. Really, the only reason to go here is because they're people guards, and you have to kill people guards for like one challenge, and that's about it. There's nothing here other than Savannah's fragments and chests that you don't really even need.
And the last lair of Romulus opens near the end of the game, but we can't go there right now. We have seen Papal Guard enemy type. Like, remember the Gladiator? I think he acts like a Papal Guard, maybe a slightly enhanced version. Yeah. But everything he can do is the same, and he looks slightly different, I think. Okay, so the Thieves Guild. There is actually some Thieves missions located in the back of the Thieves Guild. I did not know this when I was playing the game. Yes. You can see the icon on the map. I did not notice it when I was playing.
Yeah. It said we're just going to go gambling.
Very easily.
The giant missing thing.
Yes. We've got time. We've always got time for
Which is a shame because the Thieves Guild missions are the only ones that actually have a net benefit to beating them all. The others don't do much of anything. The Thieves ones will stop random bandit attacks from happening.
That's true. They will.
So this is the stupid.
And I gotta say, you know,
dice game. It's a stupid dice game. I think we played this at least once before.
Let's up the ante, yes?
Yeah, there's nothing to it other than luck. No strategy at all. Although, you know, I have been playing a lot of Yakuza lately, and this game's gambling game, that doesn't even compare to Yakuza's gambling scene.
Which one?
There is a lot of stuff to gamble on.
Yes.
I Platinum Zero and Kiwami recently.
And,
in fact,
and you can use a little girl to predict the rolls with dice.
Let's up
Yes,
the ante.
and she turns out she's really good at it. Except when they're using loaded die, but that doesn't count.
Yes.
Yes, all right.
Yeah, this game is just dumb. That's all you can say.
Yeah.
Although these guys are not very plussed about having a cyborg playing with them.
None.
Careful, sweet in the pot, amigo.
I tried to explain the rules of this, except I really don't care too much anymore. It's just stupid.
Yeah. You just roll until something good
Careful,
happens.
sweet in the pot, amigo.
You're only doing this for an achievement.
There's really... Yes.
That's literally the only reason we're doing this. There are better ways to make money, namely ways just sitting on your ass.
Yeah, there is no point to using this to make money. It's much more profitable being a real estate tycoon than trying to fleece the florins off of these guys. Because look at these guys. You think they're carrying around a lot of money?
Well, they're sitting in the Thieves Guild, so probably not. Yeah. And gambling is bad, kids. Gambling is bad.
I think the way it works is you get a winning roll and a losing roll. You roll a winning roll, you get some money. The opposite happens, you lose money. If you don't roll a winning roll or a losing roll, you can continue betting money. Nice. See there, I just won.
Yeah, and there, you think that you won enough because it's only like you gotta get the achievement. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, it'll pop when it pops. Yeah, see, look at that. I'm on a roll here. And now I never have to play this stupid game again in my life.
Yes, unlike 9-Man Morris.
Oh, God. 9-Man Morris.
The only way I could reliably win 9-Man Morris was by literally loading up.
Buongiorno, Ezio.
It is time to pay a visit to Lucrezia's lover, Pietro.
I've sent my men now to find him.
Molto bene.
Ezio, if I may,
What is it?
someone warned Rodrigo to stay away from the castello.
Machiavelli? Do you have proof?
No.
We must not be split apart by mere suspicion.
The Borgia know the locations of our spies.
Who told them?
Maestro Machiavelli asked about our search for Pietro earlier today.
Ezio?
Yeah, she inherited it from her colonial ancestors.
That'd be hard. That would be
Alternatively,
really hard.
you are Toffle, so
She
you're a case unto yourself.
I would say that was really hard because technically she was. Most of my family only came over in the 1900s, so
That's unfortunate.
I do not have long colonial roots. Okay, so this mission is that, oh hey, Machiavelli might be doing something evil. Okay, spoilers. I think we've tried to record this video like I don't know how many times. Machiavelli isn't evil.
Once.
The fox is just an idiot. And
he's Machiavelli, so you know what he does what he does.
Yeah. So basically, there's an ambush here. Somebody has obviously told the people that the place called the Fox's Rest is where the fox is hanging out. So obviously, this must be a Machiavellian plot of some nature.
See, I was trying to give that one guy a proper burial, and the axe dude just didn't let me.
Yeah.
And you'll notice that Borgia Courier is getting away. Well, Volpe, can't you handle this? He's right there.
Yes, I'm sure that the attack on the Auditore Villa, when they knew that the assassin was Azio Auditore, was a big factor. That Machiavelli was a big factor in that.
You know, what I do like about the Borgia Courier spawning in the more rural areas is that they don't have a whole lot.
They're
places
better
to
than
jump
Templar
around.
tax collectors. They spawn more frequently than the Templar tax collectors in Revelations.
You did get an achievement for mugging a Templar tax collector.
Yeah, I know. It's the stupidest fucking one. Because they never show up. They never show up.
See, I was hoping to get a really nice trophy screenshot of me mugging the guy on the street, but of course he ran up to a rooftop. They have no consideration for trophy screenshots, I swear. And I'm also including all those developers who have a bunch of trophy screenshots on black screens. That shit's not cool. I hate that.
That just might be.
Boy, these guys are coming. These guys are coming out of the woodwork here.
So
that was like 8 guys who dropped down from that wall there. And yeah, with a nearly full Assassin's Guild, the encounters like that pretty easy. You can just have your dudes do all the stuff. Although my mention of a full Assassin's Guild there might be a bit of an anachronism. If you'll remember the technical previous video we did.
Look, just because somehow episode 23 went out as episode 22, and episode 23 is... I don't know what is what anymore.
Well, I am neither confirming nor denying that happened. It may have happened.
People would like to know what when we are out recording this for future reference compared to the previous one or whatever.
Again, I'm not confirming that happened. I'm just saying there is a possibility that what I just said was an anachronism about Assassin's Guild. I am guessing that is Smash Bros in the background.
Maybe.
Boy, that one thief is he is not having a good day. He's being bounced around by everybody.
I secretly hope that somehow, God forbid, that one of the DLC characters for Smash Brothers will be Ezio. I don't know if there's any... I mean, there has to be some possibility of it, but...
Did you see that one? Did you see that one thief who was getting hit and bounced around a lot by me?
No, I'm not. I'm gonna lie. No, I did not.
I'm pretty sure he got killed at some point, which upsets me.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to the fucking Coliseum because there's the dude who, if you remember, like 10 videos ago or 11 videos ago, because there's one like in between here that wasn't supposed to be here. There was a dude who was the fuck buddy of Lucrezia, and he has a key to the Castello, and now he's going to die.
Yeah, Cesare's wrapping up some loose
he's
ends,
the fuck buddy of
shall we say.
Lucrezia, and Cesare is...
you didn't need to call it a fuck
just
buddy.
in case anybody forgot about that.
It could have been just a tryst, you know? You don't need to go down into the gutter here.
No,
Yeah,
I'm going absolutely down the gutter because we're going underneath one right now.
The mission coming up, it is an interesting one, I'll say, and it's one that really scared me because the bonus objective kept glitching on me. Even when I did it perfectly, it still said I didn't complete the bonus objective. But yeah, all I did was leave the mission and then come back, and then it fixed itself. Which, you know, it's classic open world programming.
Yeah, this memory sequence, I don't want to be really down on it. It is actually a really fun memory sequence. It's just
it goes by very quickly.
It's a Campania that does nothing. It's
right. One thing I will say about open world games is the Ubisoft ones tend to be glitchy in funny ways a lot of the times. Yakuza actually works really well. I don't really see anything glitch worthy. Like, sometimes the physics when you send guys flying can be wonky, but stuff like guys popping in and really crazy physics stuff, I don't see that very much.
What did you find out about Pietro?
He is to be suspended from a cross. Micheletto will come for him with a spear.
Tail in the environment that you think would be really glitchy, but it's really not.
But there also isn't a ton of like draw distance either. So
That is true.
kinda.
I cannot think of anything else to make for you.
I cannot think of it.
But as far as like crazy
So,
shit happening, Yakuza's not really guilty of that. And that guy's highlighted for some
I don't
reason,
know.
but I don't know why.
I was gonna say I don't know if I would say that. I mean, I've literally played a mission where a wall falls back and there's a bunch of Yakuza dressed up as babies rocking back and forth with bottles.
Where is Pietro?
I cannot tell you.
But Micheletto waits at the city gate east of the Terme di Traiano. Hints to disguise his men to make the killing look like an accident.
He will lead me to Lucrezia's lover.
Ezio, Machiavelli has betrayed us. We would both wish to deny it, but the truth is now clear. Do what needs to be done. If you don't, I will.
Without Volpe's thieves, I may require the help of my recruits.
Kiwami too, which should be pretty fun.
Nice.
I put about...
There's actually going...
Yeah.
I was going to say Kiwami 2 is good, but then there's also the Fist of the North Star game.
Yeah, kind of a Yakuza with... not Yakuza with all the trappings of Yakuza.
It's literally a Yakuza game that has been reskinned.
Please, I have done nothing.
Francesco Trocchi, dear friend, would I lie to you? You told your brother about my war plans in Romagna, who contacted the ambassador of Venezia.
It was an accident. I am still your servant and ally.
Are you demanding that I discount your actions and rely on friendship?
I am asking, not demanding.
To unite Italia, I must have every institution under my control. And if the church does not fall in line, I will eliminate it entirely.
You know that I really work for you, not the Pope.
Ah, but do I, Trocchi? There's only one way I can know that unconditionally now.
You intend to kill me? Your most loyal friend?
Of course not.
Are you letting me go? Thank you, Cesare. You will not regret...
Guards! Give Micheletto the costumes for the play. Lucrezia is mine. No one else shall have her. Make doubly sure it is done correctly.
I obey, Cesare.
Oh yes. Dump Francesco's body in the Tevere.
Yeah, see, I think they're getting away from the whole.
can get
I think
Ezio for
they're
Smash.
getting away from the whole has to have debuted on a Nintendo console principle. I don't think that's quite up.
There is literally one Persona.
I don't think that.
There's literally one Persona game, one or two Persona games on Nintendo
Yeah,
systems.
see,
and none of them remain.
I don't think that's quite operational anymore.
Unless we're talking about like Persona Dancing in the Darkness.
That doesn't get a count.
Besides, it's not like there isn't Ubisoft content in the game already, so come on, make it happen.
Although it is pretty funny how.
There's fucking rabbits.
Although it
rabbits.
is pretty funny how apparently reluctant Squeenix was to have Cloud in the game, because apparently there's Cloud in a couple Final Fantasy songs, and that's pretty much it. Because Squeenix is gonna Squeenix.
Yeah, and now we're doing it
Yes.
because God hates us.
Although this is kind of a mission long tail, but there's fairly long parts of jumping around and poking folks in between. And Cesare never stops to look behind him or anything. So it's just keeping at a distance.
It's just the average.
Yes. And of course not
It's keeping at a distance, and he'll also...
And I assume if you bump into those...
And he'll also, I was going to say...
Yeah.
If you bump into the guys, they'll turn around, then he'll look at you, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
fuck, and then you have to restart.
But you can
What I was going to say was that he does kind of run into some highly densely guarded areas that you can't just get around with the horse without, like, getting more than, like, 40 meters away from him and triggering the auto
Yeah.
so you have to be smart about it.
Oh, and I was about to mention that you can malice the civilians as much as you want.
Look, this isn't Assassin's Creed Odyssey where you can actually kill civilians because you have no qualms about killing civilians. You're a mercenary.
You know what I could have done just then? I could have stolen Cesare's horse, and those guys wouldn't have done anything to stop me, because I was right outside their the red zone.
Oh,
I was just a normal dude stealing Cesare's horse.
yeah. So this is.
You can see there are a ton of guys lurking around, and there's not really a great path to sneak through them that's totally foolproof. Especially since in cases like this, you really only want to kill who's absolutely necessary. Because if you kill folks, guys are going to come snooping around, and it's a whole thing. You don't have time to waste on that.
But you're pretty much in the clear from this.
Yeah, this is probably the hard. Actually, I think the second part is harder than this. Basically, it's just a matter of moving quickly, because you linger around, you're probably going to get spotted by somebody. Okay, and that's all you have to do to.
What you're doing now is you.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Uh-oh.
The bonus objective is just to have your assassin recruits take out the marked targets for the costumes. You don't have to do anything else other than that. But the thing is, when I first played this mission, as I mentioned, that was glitching on me, because I would have the assassin recruits do everything, but it still wouldn't trigger. So I just ran into some weird bug that never happened again. But, because, you know, posterity and all, I will be leaving. This is technically a glitched run. And that at the end of it, I will not be getting the bonus objective, but in reality, I did.
Yeah. So.
Because, you know, when you run into a weird bug, unless it's like totally game-breaking, you want to keep it. Like, the underground sections in Assassin's Creed 3 were really glitchy. And just, I remember Connor, like, floating through sewers or something to end up on the street. They were really bad.
I see.
And that,
yeah. See, I'm now picturing that's like the underground segments in Assassin's Creed 3, and I'm like, there was an underground in Assassin's Creed 3, and I'm like, oh, that fast travel system that nobody ever used. Yes. That's it. But you had to go unlock stuff, and it was really bad.
There was an underground section, yes.
I was like, oh man.
I'm honestly surprised I remember.
And
that.
I totally managed to like completely do it with Hatham when I wasn't supposed to. And I don't know how. So Hatham was in parts of the map where he should not have been.
Again, that's Ubisoft open.
It was weird. That game is...
Assassin's Creed 3 is a very strange game. In a lot of ways, it's a very, very odd game.
I want to see what they... I hope they kind of... I'll see what they do with the remaster. I hope they kind of... I know it can't be a director's cut or try to get it to be a little bit better, but it'd be nice to resolve some more...
Actually, for me, I would like to just revisit it and see what my feelings are on it a few years from when I initially played it. Just see, do I like it more or less than when I first played the game?
Yeah.
That's a big reason why I play remasters. Yes, does this game I liked when I was like 10 years old still hold up? Does or it doesn't?
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's true. I think there's... definitely something to be said for that. I think generally, with the exception of like a lot of the plot and characterization of 3, it isn't as bad, but there's just some really, really stupid plot parts of 3. Really stupid parts.
But yeah, for this second part, if you
unforgivable
don't use the courtesans, it's really hard to get through undetected. Because there is a lot of dudes and not a whole lot of places to hide.
Yeah.
Okay, and there's a third part, but it's pretty short.
So, yeah. So, obviously what we're doing right now is we want to get into the play that'll be in the Colosseum. The Passion Play.
The thing is, a lot of Cesare and Micheletto's boys are going to be around too. So, we apparently need more than Ezio to handle things.
So we're trying to... Other than the fact that Ezio alone is really
I mean,
all
he
we ever
even
need,
says so.
Who knows? Maybe
I'm echoing your audio a bit. But as Ezio even says in Revelations, I alone am sufficient, or something along those lines. Even he knows he could basically handle all of this by himself.
Ezio is really good at one thing, and that one thing is
Although
killing.
you gotta hand it to Connor and Edward and stuff like that. They were way better technically at killing than he was, because those guys sink entire ships without a second thought. I mean, even in actual memory sequences.
Ezio shot. Ezio took down ships without a second thought.
Okay, you have a kill count of 3 ships. I'm pretty sure Edward beat that during the course of Black Flag's storyline.
There wasn't a high-powered cannon.
Well, that's Ezio's problem now, isn't it?
Or not in
I'm being totally
I'm
totally
to show you
inconspicuous
everything.
here.
I'm surprised you just didn't rip down the poster just to be a total dick about it.
Well, see, here's the thing. They clearly have a picture of a guy in a hood. And am I a guy in a hood right now? No. I am a guy with a visor. There's a big difference there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and the game has with you with Cesare walking right towards you, and I'm pretty sure they didn't intend for you to trigger the cutscene there. Did that guy just need? Did that assassin?
And of course
yeah,
he used
see,
the pistol.
I did not fail that. That's bullshit. I did that perfectly, but the game was glitching on me.
You see, the problem is that they killed. No, you didn't. That's the problem. You assassinated 5 of the 6 targets. The 6th one died because he got shot in combat.
I don't think that's.
I don't know why it didn't kill the
how
other
it
one.
works,
No, that's legitimately why. I don't know why it didn't
because
happen.
the
but
game
it
was
did happen.
glitching, which this game will do
Okay, so-
sometimes.
Yeah. So basically, we've.
Like how.
All right, come on. Let's go put on it. Let's go get our idol master and go put on a play for these people and turn it into a musical that will entertain.
Like how one time in Assassin's Creed 2, I had a guy throwing rocks at me while he was standing in midair. Sometimes these games will just break. It's pretty funny usually.
Yeah. Yes.
Il Colosseo.
Il Colosseo.
See, here's
The
the fun
Colosseum.
fact. Despite the obvious prominence the Colosseum has, the closest you ever get to it is like right near the start of Rome when you're riding near it. And you don't ever have to go back to it until this point, pretty late in the game. Although, obviously, it's the Colosseum, so most...
There's
It's the
really only like... Well, I guess there's like 3 or 4 things that take place in the Colosseum. There's a Temple of Romulus that's hidden underneath it, and then there's this mission, and then there's a thieves race in here if you do it. And quite frankly, that's about the only reason you'd ever go.
Yes, there's a feather on top of the Colosseum, which for some reason I did not acquire until very late.
I was going to say it's because you wanted a great screenshot for your trophy picture, but then you say
no,
no,
that
I
was
wanted
Il
the one on the
Campidoglio.
Parthenon.
I wanted Il Campidoglio to be my last feather screenshot, and that's what I got the last one of. My brain just mentally cut off the image of a feather being here for some reason.
Yeah. So everybody, when there's a feather on the
Yes.
menu, I just pretend it doesn't exist.
And then I was looking around for the final feather, which I had not accounted for, and found it on top of the mercenary barracks, which is a thing that which is a thing they will
there is
revisit
that one.
in Revelations, where they'll put the memoir pages in at prominent areas of the map, like the Hagia Sophia and the whatever market it's called, the Blue Market or something. That big market in the center of Istanbul, Grand Bazaar. That's it.
The Grand Bazaar.
It was Grand Bazaar.
The
was
Grand
in
Bazaar.
at the beginning of Skyfall.
The Blue Market.
Pop culture reference there.
Uh,
But yeah, this part's really cool because you can either climb down like an idiot and do it a really boring way, or you could parachute in, which is much cooler looking. Even though I think the whole stealthy infiltration thing is probably...
My God! My God! Why hast thou thus forsaken me?
Merda. Which cross is Pietro's?
Hark! Hark how he crieth upon Elijah to deliver him!
Wait, and we shall see whether Elijah dare come here or not.
My thirst is great. My thirst is great. Yea, thou shalt drink no more.
I don't know. Jesus, not Jesus, and
Read your
Jesus.
Uncharted 4 is what I'm saying.
Yes. Be like Nathan Drake, but don't be like Nathan Drake. Nathan Drake's
Especially in Uncharted 1, where he would quite gleefully exclaim when he kills like 4 guys with a single grenade launcher shot. He was yucking it up in Uncharted 1.
Yeah. So really, this is one of the few missions in the game where it's really like a gigantic.
Yeah, it's one of
Heist, I
those
guess,
kind
is
of
a good way to
marathon
put it.
missions where there's a lot.
Like
There's a lot of parts to
you would
it.
see in other ones.
Long.
Yes, because this really is once you learn that Pietro's going to die, this becomes one very, very long, what would otherwise be one assassination mission, just spread off across like 5 different.
It's much the same thing they'll do for
kinda fun for
Sequence 9, the final sequence. But in Sequence 9, it's on a much grander scale. But did you see that translation of the guy's name, Long Yus? Yeah, I have never heard it translated. I have never seen it translated like that.
Well, that'd be Longinus.
Not sure if that's more like air. Yeah, I've always heard Longinus.
Yeah. Usually I'm familiar with Longinus. Yeah,
Although,
I've seen Longinus and Longinus. Yeah. But then again, I also am a big person who liked the Evangelion, and there's Lance
And see,
in there. And hey, Netflix is bringing back Evangelion.
I don't
but
think
they're
we're
getting rid
being
of the
quite.
dub, so we'll see.
I don't think we're being.
Hey, there's a layer on this. Shut
okay,
up.
what's supposed to happen if you're not wearing an alternate? Yeah, go ahead.
Now, if we were playing this norm, yeah. I was gonna.
Yeah.
You'd be dressed
But
up like
because you're in a costume, that overrides everything in gameplay.
So there. So for this bit of the mission, there's like 3 spots that you have to stand in.
Yeah.
And you can either do eagle vision or just kind of guess. If you stand in the wrong spot, everybody gets suspicious.
No, it's Ezio. It's Ezio, so you don't die. And Pietro gets
And
killed.
Pietro gets killed.
Chump. Ezio could handle this crowd like it wasn't even there.
True. True.
But yeah, this is a passion play which reenacts the death of Jesus Christ.
This prophet that is dead today. Now grant me his
Yep.
body.
A fairly popular and common thing during the Middle Ages.
Not so. No,
Not. I'm not gonna. No. I'm sorry. I have another video going on in the background, and we're looking at this, and then all of a sudden I hear a faint cry in the distance of Super Dragon, and
okay, I just wanted to get this cutscene because I wanted to let Micheletto finish his speech and then get the special cutscene. But you do have to poke him pretty quick.
Yeah.
That Centaurian says that he is dead. Him will I not deny.
I imagine your amusement was aided by the fact that that one guy kept walking into me.
You cannot save Pietro. The wine he drank was poisoned. As I promised Cesare, I made doubly sure. I am not yet dead.
I did not come here to kill you. He who is the cause of someone else becoming powerful is the agent of his own destruction. Cut him down.
This was not in rehearsal.
Hold back the guards.
Helped.
Yes. Yes. And now for my favorite bonus objective in the game. Do not swim. You have to leave the Colosseum and walk across the land to a doctor. And your bonus objective is do not swim. Now, I'm going to say there may be more to this mission than what I just described. But I still love it because it made you, if you're looking at it, you're like, what the fuck is going on? I would have to swim. There's literally people right outside the gate.
I was going to say that there's famous parts of Assassin's Creed 4 where Edward will dramatically take his hood off, but there's a costume that doesn't have his hood on, so he'll dramatically take his hood off, but nothing will happen. That's what that Ezio taking his helmet off bit reminded me of.
He has been poisoned.
That pal, Cantarella. Drink this.
Hurry!
Give him a moment.
I feel slightly better.
Leeches will lead to a full recovery.
I cannot thank you enough.
The key to the Castel Sant'Angelo, now.
What are you talking about? I'm simply a poor actor.
Cesare knows about you and Lucrezia.
Here.
Stop! Wait for us!
We thought you had been killed, Ser Ezio.
Not yet.
Where does this passage lead?
To the north, outside the walls.
Let me through. I must go help the troops.
Un momento. You were at the Villa Auditore during the attack.
It's a conveniently forgotten plot
I would
character
not
who showed
forgive
up
you for
literally
not
for like
remembering who this
not
guy
even
was.
5 seconds. It got like 2 lines of dialogue.
And the classic trick is to do it. Yeah,
So basically,
do not kill
now
him.
you
catch
actually
this
have
guy.
to.
And the classic trick is to force. No, you dipshit! We're not killing him. What am I paying you for, huh?
You don't pay them.
Yeah.
They just kill.
See, you'd think
You've
the
taught
game
them
would
to
like mark
kill
him as a
and
special
kill and
NPC
kill.
that assassins won't go after, but you'd be all wrong in a bag of chips about that.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, the game loves to throw these guard blockades at you, and the
so now,
classic trick is to force jump your way through them.
Yeah. And so this is of course obviously why there is a side effect of it. Don't get wet. It's because this guy will actually take quite a circuitous route around the map and will eventually get near water. So there actually is a danger of getting wet, other than, you know, that wasn't present in the like 50 feet between you where you started and had it drop off Pietro, whatever. Idiot fuckboy.
Yep.
Yeah, this is roughly where I usually finish with two.
Why did you run? You are the traitor, not Machiavelli.
Long live the Borgia!
Merda. I was right. I have to stop La Volpe before he gets to Machiavelli.
Costume is even in this game, and we have the cardboard box gag with Da Vinci earlier in the game. That Hideo Kojima is a big Assassin's Creed fan. He loves, really wanted Assassin's Creed Metal Gear Solid crossover, so the Altair costume got in MGS4, and there was stuff in Peace Walker.
You know what else could be a okay, yeah, you know what else could be an MGS Assassin's Creed crossover?
Yeah, you got me there. And here's where you can't jump into the water, because you have to go to Tiger Island to get Machiavelli before La Volpe does. Unfortunately, if you mess up with the horse like I did, timing can be pretty tight, but it's okay. Just don't panic. You have about 20-second window.
I have discovered the traitor.
What? One of our men. He was at the villa attack. Here, he carried this letter.
My God.
This is good news.
More than you know.
I am once again in your debt, Ezio.
What debt is there amongst friends who trust one another?
Yes. Thank you for relaying the message in time. Come, Niccolo. It has been far too long since we've talked.
I heard the Colosseum Passion Play took an unexpected turn this evening.
Really?
It seems Gesù Cristo was resurrected 3 days early.
And that will wrap up sequence 8. We have a short cutscene.
Yep.
And formally
sequence 9. Sorry.
It wouldn't be a Brotherhood video without me manhandling some civilians.
Oh, that's right.
Ezio also did not.
Warning: Ezio did not kill civilians.
Did not manhandle them, which is a word I really like. Hey, he was there, wasn't he?
Did you really need to do that?
You cannot refute my ironclad logic of, well, he was there.
He was.
Volpe, how goes Roma?
Very well, Ezio. The French and Papal forces are in disarray.
Then it is almost time. Call the assassins together. And bring Claudia.
Now?
Yes.
La ashaya waqtan mutlaq, bel kulun mumkin. The wisdom of our creed is revealed through these words. We work in the dark to serve the light. We are assassins.
Claudia, we here dedicate our lives to protecting the freedom of humanity. Mario, our father, and our brother, once stood around this fire, fighting off the darkness. Now, I offer the choice to you. Join us.
You and I have not seen eye to eye on many issues.
Niccolo!
But you are exactly what the Order needed. You have led the charge against the Templars and rebuilt this Brotherhood. Now, we must put Ezio where he belongs. At the head of the assassins. Ezio Auditore da Firenze. You will now be known as Il Mentore, the guardian of our order and our secrets.
Where other men blindly follow the truth, remember, nothing is true. Where other men are limited by morality and law, remember, everything is permitted. Why this sudden change of heart?
I have always stood by you. I was the one who brought you to Roma, and the one who caused the explosion as you fled the Castello. The mercenari who protected you at Il Colosseo were mine as well. You just did not know it.
Maestro Machiavelli! Cesare has returned to Roma alone. He rides for the Castel Sant'Angelo.
Grazie.
Well?
The decision is yours, not mine.
Niccolo, you better not stop telling me what you think. Why else would I seek the opinion of my most trusted advisor?
Go kill them, Mentore. Finish what you started.
Good advice.
I intend to write a book about you one day.
If you do, make it short.
If they had the Ezio diving into the direction of the Castel Sant'Angelo. That would have been better. Oh wait, this is sequence 7, not sequence. Sequence 9 is the very final mission. No.
Hey, the new memory of Christina. I'm
They
sure
parted on
nothing bad
amicable
will happen
terms,
in
and
that
that's
one.
what the final memory is all about, them parting on the aforementioned amicable terms. Yeah, sequence 8 is where you have the entire
As she
front
lies
of
bleeding
Crete,
in the streets.
the world map. The world is your oyster, as it were. See, now we gotta have a dramatic...
Basically.
We gotta have a dramatic overlook of Il Vaticano.
And I got bad feet, just like my hero Mega Man.
Alright.